So I feel like something that people legitimately aren't talking about enough in the AFL community is how much the Gold Coast Suns really set themselves up in the 2024 trade period to have an absolutely insane 2025 AFL draft. Again, they were able to solidify massive trades with Port Adelaide and Collingwood that actually not only sent them Collingwood's first round pick for 2025, but Port Adelaide's first round pick for 2025, meaning that the Gold Coast Suns have 3 2025 first round picks. And if you thought that was one of the craziest things you've heard a team have early on going into a draft, it legitimately gets crazier with Gold Coast currently having the number 1 ranked prospect of 2025 tied to their academy, meaning that they will basically get him for very, very cheap. Now, before I do get into that all and more, again, this may be one of your first videos that you guys watch of mine where I have a little bit of a difference. Again, I do have braces, so, you know, they are there. Again, if you would like to make a comment in the comment section down below, you know, saying that if you swiped your card between my teeth, you could get cash out, that would be pretty funny, and I'm going to let you do that because you've got the opportunity for about probably a year to a year and a half, because again, once this gap closes up in my teeth from these braces, you're not going to be able to go and comment that anymore. So yeah, do it while you can, I suppose. But I think in return, if I can let you comment that, I think you guys should do something for me. And of course, that is leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel if you, of course, haven't already. Again, there's still a decent amount of you guys who watch these videos who are not yet subscribed. So, of course, it would mean quite a fair bit if you went and did that for me. Again, before we do get into the player that the Gold Coast Suns do currently have the rights to, who is projected to be the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 AFL draft, I think we should go over this massive trade that has really set Gold Coast, God, just burped in my mouth, has really set Gold Coast up to be, you know, not only a good team this year, but have a powerhouse off-season in 2025. So again, it is being said that Collingwood in this trade received Dan Houston and pick 58, while the Port Adelaide Football Club got back Jack Lukosius and Rory Atkins from, of course, the Gold Coast Suns. I think that Gold Coast gave up pick 13 in this trade. I think, yeah, that was, of course, from the Gold Coast Suns there. And Gold Coast ended up bringing in a monster haul, which looked like John Noble, a 2025 first round pick from Port Adelaide, a 2025 first round pick from Collingwood, and pick 39, which is absolutely insane considering Rory Atkins is a player who I don't even know if he's good enough to be in the AFL. Jack Lukosius as well. I have been very public on this channel to say that What the fuck? Did anyone see that? Am I absolutely tripping out, or did my lightsaber and NFL football just completely die in the background? Bro, what was I talking about? I don't even know. As I was saying before, Casper the Ghost decided to rudely cockblock this video right now. I've been public on this channel to say that I have never been that big of a fan of Jack Lukosius. I don't necessarily like the way he plays. I also think he gives up way too easy. And I think that the Gold Coast Suns not only got an upgrade in John Noble, but they were able to move away from Lukosius's really big contract and bring a first round pick back in from Port Adelaide. How have they legitimately managed to do that? I'm not exactly too sure, but that is a crazy move that has really set up Gold Coast for the future, now to the point where they have 3 first round picks going into 2025. Again, considering Port Adelaide should slightly fall, Collingwood should probably just make the 8, and I think Gold Coast will probably just make the 8. It could be like picks of pick 11, 12 and 14 type things, which are very good. Those are good picks. And if I was an educated man, which I'm not very, but if I was, I very much think that the Gold Coast Suns will probably trade at least 2 of those picks where they'll maybe trade like 11 and 14 to go out and get like, you know, maybe pick 6 and a bunch of 4th round picks and 3rd round picks, so they can of course go and match the player I'm going to be talking about, which is Zeke Uwland. His nickname is literally Zeke the Freak. Like, my nickname in primary school was absolutely disgusting. I'm pretty sure people just call me Fatty or something. And this dude's nickname is Zeke the Freak. Again, he is of course a midfielder, 178 centimeters from Queensland in the Gold Coast Academy. It is being said that it was a super season for Zeke the Freak this year, with the younger brother of Suns defender Bodie showing all of his traits as a running, skillful, and penetrating defender. Uwland plays in the Errol Goulden mold, a smaller sized ball magnet who uses his left foot kicking to pierce gaps and set up the play. The Suns Academy talent won the Hunter Harrison Medal as the best player of the Academy series and also was selected in the Under 18 All-Australian as a guy who's 17 years old. Again, he probably won't go pick 1 because the Richmond Football Club have that, meaning they'll most likely go with like a Willem Dersma or something like that. But whoever has pick 2, I think, so far at the time making this video, is going to guarantee to select Zeke Uwland and, of course, put a bid on him, which Gold Coast will have to match. Now, again, I know all the picks and academy points and all this have all changed next year, so if Gold Coast do that trade that I did mention earlier where they would get pick 6, I'm pretty sure in most years they would technically have to lose pick 6 and would probably be given a pick later on in return or something, all of that type of stuff. So I don't know how that goes. I don't necessarily know how the points and draft matching thing goes. Again, I don't think anyone knows. I'm pretty sure the AFL literally just make that up like on the fly. So I'm not going to necessarily go too much into that. But the reality is that Gold Coast could have like pick 2 and pick 6 in next year's draft, while also being like a team that I think will finally make the 8. I think the Gold Coast Suns will finally make the 8, and if they don't, the season's a flat-out disaster, because in reality, I think the Gold Coast Suns team now is by far the best they've ever had. They've got by far the best coach they've ever had. Everything has fallen really nicely into place right now for the Gold Coast Suns, and their depth is absolutely insane. Terrific backman you've just brought into the team in Daniel Rioli and John Noble, and you've also got Leo Lombard, who should come into that 23 automatically as well. Every player, every incredibly young player they have, gets a year older too, more experience in them, another off-season. I would be genuinely shocked to the core if the Gold Coast Suns didn't make the 8 next year, and I would of course be very, very disappointed. But again, if they don't, they've still got an insane off-season coming up in 2025. I think legitimately this team, with the amount of picks, assets, and youth and core that they're bringing in, could be one of the best, if not the best team in the AFL in a couple of years. And I mean, literally next year, they could be bringing in the best player in the draft and another one of the best players in the draft as well. That is the opportunity they have set for them now with this insane 2024 trade period they had, which has set them for a great 2025 and good 2025 off-season. But again, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all those AFL content and news. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you guys think about the Gold Coast Suns having 3 first-round picks in next year's draft? Do you guys think Zeke Uwland will be the best player in next year's draft like he's touted to be? I'd very much like to know. What are your thoughts on Casper the Ghost just knocking my crap down? Again, let me know. But of course, again, subscribe to the channel for all latest AFL content. My gaming channel and my IRL/vlogging channels will be linked down below if you guys would like to go and subscribe to them and watch some videos on there. It would, of course, mean a lot. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.